Hi, hello, and welcome to Lily's Library. So today we're going to be talking about the different manga series that I would like to continue reading or start reading. So I've got a decent stack here of some series that I have started and would like to start reading. I've also got a light novel that I'm going to talk about as well in this, just because it does kind of tie into one of these. I've also got a few series that I've been reading digitally that I'd like to continue and I don't have physical copies of yet. So we're going to talk about all of those. So I think to begin with, I'm going to start with the ones that I've already started reading and I would like to continue and ideally finish. The first one is actually one I've been reading for quite a few years now, and I'm kind of disappointed in myself that I have never finished reading it, and that is Haiku. This is one of my favorite anime and manga series of all time. I absolutely love it. But yeah, like I said, I had never actually finished reading the manga of it. I don't know what happened, but I just fell off with keeping up with it, and then I was too far behind. So I'd really like to restart this and read through the whole thing. So I've got a few of the volumes physically, so I'd like to try and maybe get all of them and read it that way. I know they've got like some of the more bind up editions where you can get like 3 volumes in one, so I'm tempted to maybe start collecting those and read it that way instead. But I absolutely love this series. I've got a haiku tattoo as well. I've got 2 haiku tattoos actually that I got somewhat recently, and I just really love this series. So this is a sports manga. It is about volleyball, and in this we follow Hinata, who is our main character, and he's always admired this volleyball player called the Little Giant. He's someone that is very short but has done really well for his school, Karasuno, and Hinata's always wanted to follow in his footsteps. But when he finally gets to high school and gets to join Karasuno, he realized the team has kind of fallen off and they're really not doing well, and it's been a struggle to even get people to join the club. And Hinata is really bad at volleyball, and it's him trying to learn it and trying to actually get the opportunity to get better, because he does have some natural ability with his jumping, but that's kind of about it. So we follow him as he develops his skills and hones in on his skills, and I just absolutely love this. And I love the dynamic between all of the characters. There's so many different teams that we get to see in this, and I love all of them. I love as well how every character that we explore in this has their own story that is really well fleshed out, and you get to see a lot of their motives and why they are who they are, which I really love. Next up, I also really want to finish reading Full Metal Alchemist. I've got the Full Metal edition of Volume 1. I really want to collect the other ones of these, but for some reason I can never find any of the early volumes. It's only ever one there or all of the later ones. So I would like to look for these and actually finish reading this, because this is something I have never finished watching as well. So I really am overdue for reading this one. So in Full Metal Alchemist, we follow 2 young brothers, and it's set after their dad dies, I believe, and they try to use alchemy to bring him back, and that goes horribly wrong, because you're not meant to really use alchemy to save anyone's life or to bring anyone back from death. Otherwise, it's got very bad consequences. And the consequences for these young boys is that Alphonse is completely gone and his soul is tied to a suit of armor, and Eric has lost his arm and has to use this like metal arm. It is really depressing and full on, and I think I've had to stop so many times because of some certain scenes. It's just really a lot, but I do really love it and really want to know how this wraps up, so it's definitely one I'm going to be continuing. Next up is a completed one. This is actually based off of a movie which I have watched and really loved, and that is the Your Name manga editions. I've read the first 2 volumes of it, but I never actually got the 3rd one, because when I bought them in Japan I couldn't find volume 3, so when I went last year I actually managed to find it and bought it, which I'm very happy about. So these are like parallel text versions, and we've got both Japanese and English in them, which I find to be really interesting, and would like to try and use it theoretically to help practice my Japanese reading comprehension, because it is really bad, but we'll see how we go. So the next series that I really need to read more of and catch up on is The Guy She Was Interested In Wasn't a Guy at All, or The Green Yuri. This is a really cute and fun slice of life Yuri. I love these kinds of romance manga and animes. They're just so sweet and so fun, and this is actually getting adapted into an anime, so I'm very excited for it. But I have read the first 3 volumes of this. They're the only ones that have been published in English at this stage, but I was keeping up with it online and reading translations of it, so I'd like to continue doing that. But as I said, this is a Yuri. In this we follow 2 young high school girls. One of them is like a gyaru and a popular girl and everything, and one day after school she stops by this music store that she sees near a subway station and decides to head in, and she immediately falls in love with the guy who's working there, except the guy is actually her classmate, and we follow them as this relationship blooms and it grows through their connection of music and their love of music, and it's just so fun and so cute, and I absolutely love everything every second of it. It is adorable. Another one I've started and really need to read more of and watch more of in general, but I've been so nervous about is Jujutsu Kaisen. I really enjoy this. I actually am in like the very early stages of the Shibuya arc because I'm so nervous about what's going to happen that I just stopped reading it and watching it. I know some things of who's going to die and what's going to happen to people, and I'm not okay with it, but I do really love what I have read, so I would love to continue this one. I think it is just so fun and interesting, and I love the magic in the world. It's just a really fun concept, but I know so many of my favorite characters are not going to have a good time in this series, so I'm very nervous about continuing it. This is another one I have a tattoo for, but yeah, it's just, I'm so nervous about what would actually happen in this series. Now, another one I have started reading that I think I'm just gonna watch instead, maybe I'll go back to reading it as well, is Chainsaw Man. This one I'm a bit more on the fence about now, just because I've seen a lot of people complaining about the ending of it, and some of my friends have absolutely hated everything that's happened, but I do really want to give it a go, because what I read, I really enjoyed, and I love the characters. It just got to a really gross scene, like the vomit scene, and I just couldn't do it, so I had to take a long break, but I think I'm going to get back into reading this and Jujutsu Kaisen because I have been reading them online, so I think I shall continue doing that. Then another one I want to finish reading is Boys Run the Riot. I've read the first 2 volumes, and I think there's only 4 volumes of this. This is a really cute, fun slice of life one. It's very queer. We've got trans characters and queer characters, and I just love the discussions around sexuality and gender expression in this. I think it's really refreshing how it was done, but I would really like to continue this one. Then another one I would like to continue reading, but I don't know how soon I'm going to do that, is the Apothecary Diaries. I really love this. I absolutely love the anime as well. I watched and read both for the first time last year and immediately fell in love. I was just hooked with this stuff. It is phenomenal. So in this we follow Mao Mao, who is a young girl, and she works as an apothecary in the pleasure district, kind of. So she helps out at, I guess, a brothel, and is always there to help provide medical assistance and attention, and her dad is that town's main and best apothecary. One day she is out collecting herbs to use for some different treatments, and she is kidnapped and sold to the palace. There she has to work in the laundry and kind of ends up getting roped up into solving these different cases. It's really fun, the different mysteries that she solves and the way that she goes about piecing everything together, because she's such a smart character, but she's also super oblivious because Jinshi, who is one of the guys that works in the palace, he's obviously got feelings for her, but yeah, the romance in the manga is definitely more of a focus than I believe in the light novels, but I still really enjoy this and I really want to read more of it. But that kind of takes me into the next thing that I want to start, and that is actually the light novels of this. I've heard this obviously goes a lot quicker, and I'm hoping to try and catch up and read a lot of this before the next season comes out in October, I think it is. But I just really love this world so much, and I love these characters so much. It's so fun, so I really want to try and read these. I've got the first 3 volumes of the light novel already, so I'm hoping to read 1 a month, and we'll see how we go as we get up to the next season of the show coming out. Okay, continuing with series I want to start. I really want to start reading Witch Hat Atelier. I know this has just also started airing, I believe, as an anime, and I've heard such great things about this. This is a school for witches, really, so it's a magic school with witches, and it just sounds so fun and cute. I actually just bought the first volume on my Kindle because it was like $1.50, so I really want to have a go and read it because it seems so cute, and I love the art style and the character designs. They're just so beautiful, and I'm obsessed. I love anything witchy, so this is just perfect. Kind of going in witchy, but not quite. We've got Madoka Magica. This is a anime I've actually started watching a few times, but I've never finished, so I really actually want to read the manga first and then get on to watching it and finally get to the end of it, because I've heard such great things about it, and what I watched I did really like. Just for some reason I never continued. I'm not too sure what it was, but I do really want to watch and read this, so I think I'm going to read this. I actually did just pick up the omnibus edition, so this has got the entirety of it, I believe, and it just seems really cute but fucked up at the same time, and I feel like it's meant to be gay, but maybe not gay. I don't know. I'm just very intrigued by this one. I love the character designs as well, and it's something I know I will love. I just have never got properly into it. I've never got very far with my journey with this, so I would really like to read this one soon and then binge watch the series. Finally, we have another manga and anime that I've had so many people tell me that I will love, and I know I will really enjoy, and that is Frieren. I think that's how you say it. This is the the first volume of the manga. I've only got the first volume at the moment, but I would really love to read a lot more of this and watch this. So I'm hoping to try and actually read this maybe sometime in the next month, read volume 1, and if I love it, I'll continue with the manga. If I do still enjoy it, I might just watch the anime and then get the manga later. I'm always in two minds about whether I should watch or read things when it comes to these, but I've heard really good things about this one. So I know this is going to be quite sad as well. In this, we follow an adventuring party, and specifically our main character, Frieren, her and her team end up kind of saving this whole kingdom, and there is peace there, but she is going to outlive her entire adventuring party because she is an elf, I think, or she's a different race, so she has a longer lifespan than everyone. And I think this is set a lot of years after they finally get peace, and her adventuring party is a lot older, and we kind of navigate what happens from there. I'm just very... I've heard really good things about this, but I know it's going to be super sad and super like heartwarming at the same time, and just going to be very emotional in so many ways that I have put off reading or watching it just because I know it's going to be a lot. But I do really want to watch it and read it because I've just heard such incredible things. And again, I love the character designs. I just love anything with a female lead in them, and I'm very excited for this one. I just cannot wait to get to it. Okay, but these are all the series that are currently on my TBR. No doubt I will be adding more. There's also some other ones that I have started and haven't finished that I don't know if I am going to get to, but these are kind of the ones I would really love to start and read more of. But let me know down below if you are a manga reader or an anime watcher and what some of your favorite series are. And if you do like to read and watch anime and manga, whether you prefer to read the manga before watching the anime adaptation or whether you prefer to do it the other way, I'm always really interested in seeing how people go about navigating them. That is it for this week's video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you all next time. Goodbye.